You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, our very own Amber Jenkins shares how food trucks are handling the summer heat.
Also, Joplin schools are providing meals for kids during the summer months.
And we've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. More on the way. And we are talking the potential for strong, possibly severe weather over the next couple of days. Take a look at that forecast, get you out the door. Coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner, just after 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, July the 3rd. Tomorrow, of course, is the 4th. Yes. And don't forget, of course, we're live here on KOA, or here on Fox 14, same thing. And we are streaming on the KOAM Plus app as well. So absolutely. Many ways to keep up to date on what's going on in the area. And boy, it's been hot. If anybody hasn't noticed this yet, if for some reason, maybe you're lucky and you don't have to go outside and you haven't realized how hot it is, it's been pretty toasty.
I'm jealous of you, And the summer weather is creating even hotter kitchens in food trucks.
KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke with food truck workers about how they're managing the heat.
If you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen.
Now in the truck, it probably feels like 105, close to 110.
Food truck workers at Ghetto Tacos in Joplin say the heat is manageable as long as it's being pushed out.
We have some split units, so what we do, we push the heat out. We try to push it out, and then we run some fans and drinking a lot of water.
But it wasn't always that way.
We started under a tent, and we used to push our cooker, and we had a trailer where we pull it all down, but when we started here, in the heat, it was only thing we had was fans, but it was really hot. And now looking back, it's like, man, it was all worth it.
Did they like some?
I do.
Now, 7 years later, Ghetto Tacos has a fleet of trucks and even a brick-and-mortar restaurant in Webb City with proper air conditioning.
Because now you kind of appreciate what you have now, and I do appreciate, and especially the customers. So yes, we went through winter, summer, under a tent.
And the customers appreciate it. Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Ghetto Tacos were featured on the Food Network's TV show Best Bite in Town in April.
It's been certainly hot. And I imagine even with air conditioning, those food trucks, I mean, they're made of metal. They're still going to get pretty hot. Those ACs have got to be working overtime. With the heat we've had lately. And unfortunately, it's not going to let up, at least not today or tomorrow. But we are going to get some rain. It's much needed rain. No drought conditions yet, but we are seeing some abnormally dry conditions in some areas. The problem is the rain for tomorrow is coming at the most inopportune time. We're going to talk about tomorrow here in just a moment. Let's start you with what you need to know heading out the door this morning. Many of you, this is probably your Friday. As you probably have the next couple of days off. We got scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Got this line across southwest Missouri back into parts of northeastern Oklahoma. And we got this little complex that's going in southeastern Kansas, and that's where we are going to start. So Erie, you're just now starting to get out of what was a pretty heavy rain event for you. This one here is north of Girard. Got a little shower on the south side of Pittsburgh as well. And from Stockton, you're getting in on the next round of rain. You had some earlier this morning. Lamar, you're getting on the back side of it. Jasper still in the middle of it. Carthage, Joplin just rolling into there. And then back into northeastern Oklahoma, a couple of showers back here to the west. And we have this little kind of decaying shower complex into Ottawa County out there right now. All of this has been, it's one of those things where they've flared up and then they die out. And then they flare up and they die out. Like these little guys down here now beginning to flare up. And then we've got all of this thunderstorm activity, shower and thunderstorm activity off to our west. And that's going to continue to move into the area and bring us shower and thunderstorm chances throughout the day. We have heat advisories, our southern counties where we may see a little more sunshine. You could go upper 90s, heat index values to 110. For the rest of us, we could still see heat index values 100 to 105 out there in between these thunderstorms. Scattered thunderstorms throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours today, and some of these could be strong, potentially severe, with large hail and damaging winds being the primary concern. It's hot out there. We had heat index values when I got here, and I checked them out at probably about 4:40 in the morning. We had heat index values for some of us into the low 90s at 4:40 in the morning. And that's just a sign as to how hot it's going to be. We're already pretty warm, a little cooler in Yates Center and Iola, not by much now, but they were much cooler earlier. Upper 70s, low 80s out there. Highs today for most of us right about the mid 90s. Again, down south could make the upper 90s. Scattered thunderstorms out there. And again, those potentially dangerous heat index values, again, especially in our southern counties. We have another round of strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow evening. And yeah, I did say tomorrow evening, right around fireworks time. We're going to break down details on those rain chances here in just a few more minutes. Lise?
All right. Thanks, Chris. Well, Joplin Public Schools are offering free summer meal services at the Joplin Public Library every day through August 13th. Their goal is to help kids in need avoid food insecurity during the summer when students don't have access to daily school lunch. They'll be serving lunches such as sandwiches and chips, and students must be 18 or under, though they don't have to attend a Joplin school to qualify for the free meal.
The last day of school might be their last meal that they receive for a while because of the absence of school lunch. So that's why we partner with the library to come here. We partner with Joplin Family Y as well.
Lunches at the Joplin Public Library will be served from 11 a.m. to 11:30 or while supplies last. Well, a new report shows traffic fatalities have increased by 25% nationwide over the past 10 years. But over the past 2 years, fatalities have dropped by 5%. In this area, Arkansas has seen the biggest drop in fatalities, down 12% from 2021 to 2023. In Oklahoma, they're down 9% over those 2 years. In Kansas, fatalities are down 8%, and in Missouri, just 2%. The Transportation Research Group TRIP highlights some efforts to reduce crashes, including educating drivers about dangerous habits, making vehicles safer, and improving roadway designs. Well, fueled by record warm waters, Hurricane Beryl is the earliest Category 5 storm ever to form in the Atlantic. And it could be just the beginning, setting the tone for a very dangerous hurricane season. Fox's Weather's Max Gordon has more.
Hurricane Beryl traveling through the open waters of the Caribbean Sea. Take a look at images of it from the International Space Station. It looks menacing, but forecasters at the National Hurricane Center predict Beryl will start losing some intensity. Regardless, the storm is expected to remain a powerful hurricane through the week, and it's on a path towards Jamaica. Fishermen there are busy pulling their boats offshore. Residents say they are used to preparing for hurricanes.
I've done preparation before. There's effort that is being made for persons to, leave early and do any last-minute preparation that needs to be done.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, residents are dealing with damage in Beryl's wake.
And all around me, there were houses in the village. Their roofs were flying past. You could see it passing. It was just a terrifying experience.
There, Beryl knocked down power lines and destroyed banana plantations. Residents say they're not used to this big of a hurricane.
I don't think there's anybody on the island or even in the Grenadines who can say that they haven't been affected in one way or the other by this storm.
People from the nearby island of Grenada doing what they can, loading essential supplies into a boat headed for the island of Carriacou, which was hit hard by Beryl. Officials with the World Meteorological Organization worry about the cleanup and recovery efforts.
It only takes one landfalling hurricane to set back, decades of development. We fear that, this is going to have a major knock on socioeconomic development.
Beryl is expected to pass near Jamaica Wednesday, the Cayman Islands Thursday, and Mexico on Friday. In Los Angeles, Max Gordon, Fox Weather.
And those are our top stories this half hour. Coming up next, Francis Graves from the Kansas State Research and Extension Office is with us this morning to share how the K-State 105 program can help you. Well, Francis Graves from the Kansas State Research and Extension Office is with us this morning. She's here to share how the K-State 105 program can help connect communities across Kansas. Welcome to you. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. So can you talk to me a little bit about this K-State 105 partnership program that's going on across the state of Kansas?
Sure. Yeah, so we just finished up our first year, but K-State 105 is an economic prosperity plan to help all the communities across the state figure out what their solutions are to the problems that they're facing. Right. And that's done through partnerships with everyone that we can work with. So we have a website, ksu.edu/105, or if you have an idea you can share, or if you'd like some help from the university. But some of our bigger partners include Network Kansas. You've had our youth entrepreneurship folks on the show before, so we've partnered to expand that to try to kind of ignite that spark of entrepreneurship early, but also work with Network Kansas to support businesses in their expansion or starting new small businesses too.
Absolutely. Now, this is a statewide ecosystem in progress, technically speaking. Can you talk to me about how this, what specific things this program is helping people in their communities?
Sure. So one thing that we're starting here in Southeast Kansas is working with the KU Health Systems to pilot project some community health workers, which will work through our extension office, but also with all of the partners that we're lucky enough to get to work with to help people individually and specifically address how rural health issues are affecting our people. So training those health professionals in a way that they can really help target the issues that we face in our rural communities.
Essentially helping them connect the dots. Can you talk to me about how people can get involved if they want to either share their ideas or to just be a part of this program?
Yep, so we have that website, K-State 105. We also have this great, this website that we've created that has all the data on health, housing, childcare. It's called All Things Kansas. That just launched. So if you're a community partner and you're looking to try to get the data you need to do the grant applications and such, you can reach out to us directly. You can also use that website, and then both of those websites have feedback forms. So if you have ideas and you want to help get involved in some way, you can fill out that form and we can reach out to you then.
Wonderful, an incredible initiative, and thank you so much for being with us this morning. And to learn more about the K-State 105 program, you can visit kstate.edu/105, as she mentioned. And when we come back, we'll have a look at the forecast.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is 7:16 on this Wednesday morning, and this is the Skywatch Storm Tracker, and it is busy this morning with scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Nothing strong, nothing severe at this point, but that could change later in the day. So we're going to start our tour. The northern parts of Crawford County, stretching just east of Erie now. We've got a few thunderstorms out there, and if we take this a little further to the west, that complex of showers and thunderstorms that's off to our west, now rolling in to parts of Elk and Chautauqua counties out there, so just outside of Howard and Sedan, and just on the north side of Cedarvale. Back on the Missouri side, we still got this line. Stockton, you're getting into round 2. Lamar, you are drying out for now. Greenfield, you're up next. Carthage, Joplin, it's raining. Now, this little shower, and this is what these guys have been doing, had actually begun to fizzle out a bit. It's not strong, it's not severe, it's not even a thunderstorm, but you can see we're getting a little heavier rain there where it was dying out, and that's kind of been the trend with these. They've been recycling through the morning. Stretches back down now just to the southeast of Miami, right along I-44 in the Will Rogers Turnpike. A few showers out east of Nowata near Bartlesville, and then we've got more showers and thunderstorms as part of this bigger complex. To see how these are all developing and moving into our area, we got more development taking place. We got this whole batch stretching all the way back into the panhandle of Texas, and that's going to be our opportunity for scattered showers and storms today. Now, there is the chance we could see some stronger storms with some, we have a low risk for some large hail, and we have a low to elevated wind risk out there for damaging wind gusts. Now, this elevated risk, again, looking at all the data, it appears to be more associated with something later this evening. After about 6, a complex of storms will develop in southwest Missouri and quickly move east, but as it does so, could bring us the risk for some higher risk for some damaging wind gusts. Because these storms will be scattered, we're still going to have an opportunity to get hot today. Our southern counties, where you may see a little more sunshine, could go upper 90s. Now, out in southeast Kansas, you may stay a little cooler. You see a little more cloud cover, a little better chances of rain. So we're talking maybe upper 80s out there. So we got a very broad range of temperatures for us today with these thunderstorms as they continue to roll through the area. And here's that complex later this evening in southwest Missouri, and it will exit. We'll have a few showers late evening. Then we're still watching that complex still showing up on Future Track. This one could bring us some damaging winds out there across parts of southeastern Kansas. This is 1, 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So something we want to be aware of, something you want to be aware of. It'll have some trailing showers and storms through the early morning hours. By mid-morning, it's gone, and most of our 4th is hot and dry. Unfortunately, it's the wrong part of the 4th that's going to be hot and dry. So we have a cold front that's going to start rolling in by the evening hours, bringing us more thunderstorms, and these ones have a better opportunity to be strong to severe, with large hail and damaging wind gusts being the primary concern. But here we are, this is what we're talking about, 7 o'clock. Look at all these thunderstorms across the area. We go into 9. 69 corridor and east still dealing with strong to severe thunderstorms right about the time we should be setting off fireworks, and they may not leave this zone until about 11 o'clock. So again, if you're outdoors, if you've got plans, just make sure you've got a way to receive weather alerts. Skywatch weather app, a great resource for that. And there's a look. We have that elevated risk again across the majority of the area as we head into our Thursday, and those heat advisories in our southern counties through the late evening hours. Heat index values could be up to 110 degrees once again. 81 in Joplin, getting that shower rolling in. Feels like 86, otherwise cloudy. It's been warm through the morning. We're upper 70s and low 80s, and our heat index values have come down a wee bit, and they just adjusted again as we're back into the upper 80s. We even had some low 90s earlier this morning. Scattered showers, storms through the morning, upper 80s by 11 o'clock. Highs today, again, it's going to be a broad range, but on the average about the mid 90s. Upper 90s tomorrow. A cold front cools us down tomorrow night into Friday, but then the heat returns, as do thunderstorm chances heading into next week. And that is a check of your forecast. We'll be back with more right after this.
Well, the Penguins Athletic Group is asking for your help to go to nationals. CG Turner and Navy are with us this morning to share how you can help. Welcome to you both. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Can you talk to me a little bit about what the Penguin Athletic Group is and what you are all going to nationals for?
So we are a cheer and dance group. We teach cheer, gymnastics, tumbling, dance, and modeling.
Oh, how fun.
So for nationals, we are with SDA, which is our Dance Alliance. So they're going for cheer and for dance. So we're super excited.
That's exciting. Are you excited to go, Navy?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I'm really excited because this is my first competition season ever.
Oh, wow.
Like, this will be my first time on, like, a big stage.
Yes.
Because just a while ago, it was my first time ever being on a stage competing. So
and you're going to nationals now.
Yeah.
Look at you go. Talk to me a little bit more during nationals. You know, you'll be competing, but I'm sure you'll also be having fun, you know, with your group. Talk to me a little bit more about that and what people who want to donate to help you sponsor you to nationals what you'll be doing.
So our plan is, if we can raise enough money, we want to take our girls to be able to see Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. A lot of them have never been out of the 4 states. This is a really big ordeal with them. Most of my team has never even competed before, so their regionals was their first one, and then being able to go to nationals was super exciting and fun for them. We have ages 3 through 18. I have my special needs group, which is super excited. So just lots of different things.
Wonderful. And then can you talk to me a little bit about how many members of the group are going, and then what costs will be covered through donations?
So we have about 15 students that'll be going. They're actually competing. We have 3 through 12, which is super exciting. The donations will cover like their resort fee, their their resort fee, their travel fees, like food, stay,
Absolutely.
things like that,
Yes.
competition costs that we have to pay to be in.
Wonderful. And then if people or viewers want to know how and where they can donate to help sponsor, you know, Navy and all the other kids, can you tell me where they can do that?
Yeah, so you can do that through our GoFundMe. We have a GoFundMe. It's just Penguins Athletics Incorporated. You can also do it on Facebook as well.
Wonderful. Is there a deadline for donations?
We are leaving Saturday, so anytime between now and Saturday.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning. You guys did great, and we'll of course have more information on our website later on this morning on KOAMNewsNow.com. We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:28. I'm Elise Snowy. Well, folks in Crawford County got out on the water to enjoy some pre-Independence Day festivities. The Friends of Crawford State Park group hosted its annual Lake Blast event. It featured plenty of food, live music, and was all capped off with a fireworks display off the lake's dam.
Just that, you know, there's not always a ton to do, and we like being the spot that people want to come to, hang out for the day. As you can see, we're already getting busy, and we're still 5 hours away from fireworks, so it's just good to see kids and families come out and enjoy the place.
And it's always been very successful, and we just do it as a service to the lake, to the community. We get hundreds of cars coming out. It's really an awesome event.
Volunteers will be out today around 8:30 cleaning up after yesterday's event. Then on Friday and Saturday, the Friends group will host music on the patio events from 6 to 8 p.m. Well, just in time for Independence Day, a brand new Old Glory Harvest Bank in Joplin yesterday was the site for the latest flag swap event sponsored by KOEM and Fox 14. Anyone with an old tattered American flag could come out and swap it for a new one absolutely free. The old flags will be retired according to the U.S. Flag Code.
To get to interact with so many people in our community and also have that opportunity to help people properly dispose of the American flag that is no longer useful and help them put a fresh new one up. And it's great to drive around the community and see all these fresh new flags out flying.
If you missed yesterday's event, mark your calendar. The next one will take place on August 28th at Wesco in Neosho, Missouri. And some folks in Joplin, it took the opportunity to come out last night and light up the city. The event, hosted by the Hope City Church, featured food trucks, fireworks, and a fun family atmosphere. Event organizers say they're excited by how much the event has grown over the years.
Yeah, it's grown. I mean, each year we've done this for several years, and each year it's gotten bigger and bigger. And so it takes more work, takes more people. Newton County, Joplin Police have been awesome to help us with the event. EMTs, fire, they've just been great. But in all of it, man, just seeing the people come out and celebrate tonight, it's a great night.
Event organizers say the high point of the night for them is bringing families a good time. Now here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, and I want to take just a moment because I saw this. I shared a still image from our camera at 7th and Rangeline of the rainbow earlier. I typed in, take a look at the rainbow on the west side of Joplin. For some reason, when the post went out across social media platforms, our computer went back to the default phrase of staying super windy tonight. That's not what I typed, and that is not what that was meant to say. But I was sharing that photo of the rainbow. If you saw it on our weather social medias, that's what it was supposed to say, not staying super windy tonight. It's not going to be super windy tonight, other than thunderstorm chances that could have some damaging wind gusts. We're not expecting other rain like that. All right, look at Skywatch Storm Tracker. Scattered showers and storms. We've got new showers and storms developing and rolling into Elk, Chautauqua County, and just outside of Fredonia. Then we head back to the east. We've got this thunderstorm here north of Girard and northwest of Lamar. Stockton still into it. Greenfield, you're next. Carthage, Jasper, and Joplin getting some rain. Couple of spotty showers north of Mount Vernon around Cassville and along the Will Rogers Turnpike near Miami. Couple of stray showers here in Craig County. And then off to our west, we've got a bigger complex of showers and storms that's going to continue to roll into the area. You can see this stretches all the way down I-44 and back along I-40 into the Texas Panhandle. And we could have some strong low-grade severe storms today with some large hail and damaging winds as the primary concerns. We also have heat advisories. Our southern counties expect to stay a little drier, a little warmer. Heat index values could reach up to 110. For the rest of us, depending on how much cloud cover, how much rain we get through the day, heat index values 100 to 105 out there. We'll have the scattered showers and storms again through the day. Some of those could be strong to low-grade severe out there, so we'll keep an eye on them for you. Otherwise, again, just straight up hot. Already pretty warm this morning. Some cool spots, but otherwise upper 70s and low 80s. Highs on the average mid-90s. But again, depending on how much rain cloud cover you get, maybe a little cooler, maybe a little warmer. Scattered showers and storms, and again, dangerous heat index values. We have thunderstorm chances continuing into the 4th and right around fireworks time as well. We'll break down those details here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, President Biden says he wants businesses to do more to protect their employees from extreme heat. The administration proposes new rules which some businesses object to the extra regulation. Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen has more from New York.
Across the country, workers suffer heat stroke or even die just doing their jobs.
On a visit with emergency management workers in Washington, D.C., President Biden announced new rules to protect workers from hot weather. The Biden administration wants employers to provide shade, water, and rest breaks to workers when the heat index soars above 80. Companies that don't could face steeper fines.
This new rule will substantially reduce heat injuries, illnesses, and deaths for over 36 million workers to whom it will apply. From farm workers to construction workers, postal workers, manufacturing workers, and so much more.
The president stressed that tens of millions of Americans are now under heat warnings. Biden also announced funding to protect communities against extreme weather like flooding. And he's making it an election issue, calling out former President Trump and Republicans.
Unfortunately, my predecessor and the MAGA Republicans in Congress are trying to undo all this progress. They still deny climate change even exists.
Trump says Biden's climate agenda comes at a cost.
I will stop Biden's trillions and trillions of dollars in wasteful spending and rapidly terminate the Green New scam.
Industry groups and even some states have come out strongly against heat protection laws, saying they would be difficult to put in place. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Hurricane Beryl is still a few days away from making landfall, but its intensifying could determine its impact on our economy. We'll have the details on what could happen. In Consumer Watch this morning, some well-qualified young job seekers are having trouble finding work, often because employers are focused on holding on to their existing talent. Experts say the unemployment rate for the younger generation is about what they normally see, and that the 20 through 24-year-old age group saw a huge drop in labor force participation during the pandemic, which has been lagging behind ever since. Officials advise to reach out to former employers or colleagues for leads, continue updating and working on your resume, and go for the job that may be a lower position now but will pay off later. Well, that comment on Facebook or baby picture on Instagram could be being used to train AI. A number of social media companies now acknowledging the training of AI models on content generated by users. Some users even begin to notice commentary that seems to be generated by AI, mimicking what a real human might say. The nation's National Data Protection Authority in Brazil announced on Tuesday a ban on Meta platforms for the training AI models on posts of residents, establishing a daily fine of close to $9,000 for noncompliance. Well, Google's Translate app gets a major update to help speak your language. The company announces its largest addition of languages with the help of its language model powered by AI. Google Translate's latest update features 110 new languages, from frequently requested Cantonese to African tonal language known as Afar. The company says the added languages represent more than 614 million speakers, or about 8% of the world's population. Well, Hurricane Beryl continues to devastate the Caribbean today. Forecasters say the U.S. is likely to escape a direct hit as its current strength. But Beryl is affecting American travelers, and it could increase U.S. gas prices. Amy Kiley reports on what's happening and what might be coming.
We're asking all Jamaicans here, tell your Jamaicans back home to prepare, take all the necessary precautions.
For the most part, it's not the U.S. enduring the impact of Hurricane Beryl.
Low flooding, medium slides in Grenada. For Carriacou, everything's leveled. No roof is standing.
But Americans are experiencing some effects.
Couldn't sleep last night because I don't know if I would be able to get out today. But it worked out fine.
A number of U.S. travelers are finding themselves in the hurricane's path. Cruise companies are rerouting some ships to avoid the dangerous weather. Other tourists are hunkering down or getting out.
So you were there on vacation?
For a couple of days.
So when you saw the headlines, what went through your mind?
Get out of there.
Meanwhile, experts predict Beryl could increase the cost of U.S. gas by 5 to 10 cents a gallon over the next week. That's because it might disrupt Gulf Coast oil refineries. Forecasters say Beryl could strike there in the coming days. It would likely be weaker by then, but officials are warning Texans they might eventually be in the storm's path. For now, it's other countries coping with that reality.
It is easier to be prepared when you're standing on your 2 feet than when you are in the midst of a hurricane.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And those are our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is now 7:43 on this Wednesday morning. We've got scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area this morning. Nothing strong, nothing severe at this point. We'll start a little radar tour back into southeastern Kansas. We've got this one on the Bourbon-Crawford County line, getting to roll right onto the Vernon and Barton County line into Missouri. A little shower on the west side of Fredonia. As we head a little further to the south and to the west, we've got some showers, little thunderstorms across parts of southeastern Kansas near Coffeyville, south of Sedan, showers around Howard and in parts of Elk and Chautauqua County. On the Missouri side, this one again right in southern Vernon County, some heavier rain right over I-49 now. Stockton, you're about to wrap up with this round, but then you've got more on the way. Greenfield, it's just starting. Carthage, getting a little break in the shower activity, more on the way. Jasper, it's starting to let up. Joplin, starting to let up as well as this little patchy shower activity follows I-44 back into northeastern Oklahoma. And then off to the west, here comes the next round of more widespread scattered showers and storms across the area. And you can see all of them continuing to push off to the north and east. Now, not all of these are going to make it here, but it's this system that's going to give us the best shot for those scattered storms as we go through today. And that does unfortunately come with an attendant risk for some strong to severe thunderstorms, possibly with some large hail and maybe some damaging wind gusts. We have a low risk for hail. That elevated risk for wind is more associated with a complex that's going to develop after about 6 this evening in southwest Missouri and slide off to the east. All right. As we head into the afternoon, again, scattered showers and storms. We'll have enough pauses out there that we're going to have an opportunity to heat up. Now, if you look south of I-44, a little more sunshine. Higher temperatures as well, upper 90s out there, which means higher heat index values. Parts of southeast Kansas see a little more rain, a little more cloud cover. You may not make it out of the upper 80s, but with the humidity and high dew point levels from the rain, you're still going to have heat index values approaching 100. So we're a mixed bag of high temperatures today. Here's that complex that'll develop later this evening that'll intensify and roll off to the east. Showers through the evening, a couple of thunderstorms, and then after midnight, we're still watching that complex, still showing up on future track that could bring us some damaging wind gusts. This is one we want to watch closely simply because of the time. It's going to be very early in the morning. Most of us will be asleep. I will probably not, but most of you probably will be. So you want to make sure you got the KOAM Skywatch weather app to receive some of those alerts. A few lingering thunderstorms Thursday morning. After that, most of our 4th of July is hot and dry. Then we have a cold front approaching from the west, and that's going to trigger additional thunderstorms as we head into the evening hours, and these will have the possibility of being strong to severe as well, with large hail and damaging winds, again, being the primary concern. Unfortunately, if you look at the time, this is bad timing. We need this rain. Just could have come a little earlier. And we're going to be dealing with strong to severe thunderstorms right around fireworks time. So if you're going out to a community event, if you have something yourself planned, just make sure you've got, again, a way to receive alerts. Make sure you're keeping an eye to the sky. Be prepared to change those plans. Depending on how long these last, they may continue through about 11 o'clock east of 69. And again, tomorrow we have an elevated risk for strong to severe thunderstorms across the majority of the area. Heat advisories, our southern counties, heat index values up to 110 out there. In Joplin right now, cloudy skies, rain starting to let up a bit. Still warm though, 81, feels like 86. Across the area, temperatures mild for sure into the upper 70s and low 80s. And our heat index values, we're getting hot again thanks to the moisture from the rain. Our dew point humidity levels increasing, so Miami feels like 93 right now. Seeing more upper 80s and low 90s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms again through the morning, 89 by 11 o'clock. Highs today, it's going to be a mixed bag, but on the average about the mid 90s, upper 90s tomorrow. Cold front does cool us back briefly. Heat returns heading into the weekend, as do thunderstorm chances heading into next week. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this.
Well, this next story might be a little odd. You're about to meet a man who's the talk of the Pennsylvania town because of his unusual traveling companion.
Bill Wasson has been taking his pet parrot out almost every day for the last 8 years. Madeline Bright was able to catch up with these local celebrities.
A 28-year-old cockatoo on the back of a pickup truck is a rare sight in most places, but not at this Wawa on McDade Boulevard in Folsom.
Tiki's here every day. Every day he's here. Every time I pull up, he greets me with a...
Meet Tiki's owner, 84-year-old retired butcher Bill Wasson. He brings his feathered companion to Wawa so the bird won't be cooped up all day at home. Wasson gets coffee and a newspaper inside the store, while Tiki waits patiently outside. It's a cherished daily ritual.
We're going to have coffee and something to eat.
Back inside the truck, Tiki enjoys bread dipped in coffee. There's a strong bond between the two.
He's like my son. You know, that's what he thinks. I'm his dad, who knows?
Wasson says Tiki is unlike any bird he's ever owned. Smart, affectionate, and independent.
People see him and they come over to him and, you know, and talk to him.
Tiki loves having his picture taken and chatting with customers.
You being good?
They admire his beauty and incredible beak strength.
And peach feathers, I love the peach feathers. Actually, I've never seen a bird this color.
Once the pair finishes breakfast, they head to a second Wawa down the street for a change of scenery. Wawa's general manager says thanks to Tiki, Wasson's not just a fixture in the community, he's a Delco legend.
It's a Delco thing, for sure. So tell me you're from Delco without telling me you're from Delco. You see the bird and you know where you are.
A man and his bird spreading joy to those around them.
Certainly cool. And what a cute little guy.
Yeah.
Really, what a cute little guy.
Yeah, cockatoos, parrots in general, some are pretty cool. They're really friendly, and
yeah.
Cockatoos though, they like to be really silly sometimes too.
Yeah,
There's some great videos of them on YouTube. If you ever have some spare time, maybe staying cool from the heat.
Yeah.
Look up some funny cockatoo videos. They're really good. Let's talk about some rain that's rolling through right now. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. We've got some off to the west, and not all of what's off to the west will make it here, but it's that system that'll be the catalyst for additional scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area today. Some of those could be strong to low-grade severe. We do have a low risk for hail and a low to elevated wind risk out there for some large hail and damaging wind gusts. Since the storms will be scattered, some of us will get pretty hot, especially where we see a little more sunshine, mid to upper 90s. And we'll have mid 90s in this zone, and we're looking at upper 80s for others, but these thunderstorms will continue with us throughout the day, into the evening, into the overnight hours, and we're watching a couple of rounds of potential severe weather early tomorrow morning, and then unfortunately right around time to set off fireworks tomorrow night. We'll have another look at your forecast news you need to know right after this.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Joplin Public Schools are fighting the fight of food insecurities by offering kids under 18 free summer meals at the Joplin Public Library every day through August 13th. They will be serving lunches such as sandwiches and chips, and students don't have to attend a Joplin school to qualify for the free meal. Lunches at the Joplin Public Library will be served from 11 a.m. to 11:30 or while supplies last. Globe City Church hosted Light Up the City yesterday. The event featured food trucks, fireworks, and a fun family atmosphere. Event organizers say they're excited by how much the event has grown over the years. They also say the high point of the night for them is bringing families a good time. KOAM and Arvest Bank teamed up for the flag swap yesterday. Anyone with an old tattered American flag could come out and swap it for a new one for free. The old flags will be retired according to the U.S. Flag Code, and the next flag swap will take place on August 28th at Wesco in Neosho, Missouri.
And we've got scattered thunderstorms through the day. Some of those could be strong to severe with large hail, damaging wind gusts possible. We're going to have a myriad of temperatures. Southeast Kansas, you may make the upper 80s, low 90s. Along the I-44 corridor, mid 90s. South of that, upper 90s out there. And heat index values down south could reach 110 and 100 to 105 elsewhere. Scattered storms through the evening and overnight back down into the low 70s. And then we'll see more thunderstorms, unfortunately, by tomorrow evening after 5. So say from 5 to 11. Some of those could be strong to severe as well. Temperatures in the upper 90s. Cold front cools us down briefly. We heat back up. More storm chances as we head into the next work week.
Alrighty. Well, several hundred people rode personal watercrafts around New York City as part of the NYC jet ski invasion last Saturday. This is the 7th year for the invasion, which takes place on the East River.
Over 600 jet skiers were expected to attend. The footage was taken from Long Island City in Queens. That is a lot of jet skis.
Look at it go. They're creating their own waves out there.
They're going to end up causing a tsunami in Manhattan.
You know what? I don't even know what to do with you right now.
I don't know what to do with me either. We'll continue to monitor storms for you, and we want to thank you so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We're back with more news and weather at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.